we have a zero risk tolerance in terms of child safeguarding and safeguarding in general for children and young people especially. The OHO platform really feeds into that, making sure that we have ongoing verification of our Working with Children check and making sure that we can be the safest that we can, and removing the administrative tasks or the human error really de-risks the Working with Children check verification program for us. So my name's Alexandra Ash. I'm the CEO of Gymnastics Australia. I've been at the CEO since June 2022. Prior to this, I worked at YMCA Victoria for 13 years. So we're very much in an operational business. So completely empathise and understand on the ground operations and how important platforms such as OHO are to businesses to make sure that the safety of those around them are paramount to them. Many people, when they think of gymnastics, think about physical safety, but also kids spend a lot of their time in the gym when they do gymnastics, and it's around the psychological safety of children and young people when they're in our care, really. It's about making sure that we don't have behaviours such as coercive control and manipulation within our system. You know, that's very, very important to me. Gymnastics Australia has over 8,000 technical members. That includes judges and coaches and officials as well. And, you know, child safeguarding is our highest priority. We have a zero risk tolerance. And really now we're focusing in to lead the change. How are we at the forefront of not just sport, but society in terms of our professional boundaries and what we accept? OHO, with its ongoing system verification, definitely makes the Gymnastics in Australia network safer. The ongoing verification is a must for us. You know, checking something once, it's static. So that active and that ongoing verification that OHO provides us across the nation is something that can, puts your mind at ease a little bit, especially, you know, in a sport or any sport that engages with significant amounts of children and young people, which we have a responsibility to. Moving from the manual system where it's human error to a more active verification system has enabled us to pick up where there's discoverables quicker. So it's really important that we have an integrated system that talks to us and we can use to our ability. 2 years ago now, we had commissioned our Human Rights Commission report, which is to change the routine. And so the value that OHO provides us to be able to implement those recommendations and provide a full service for all our member clubs is amazing. The favourite aspect I have about the OHO platform is really that instant verification in terms of Working with Children checks. That's what really provides us the value and I suppose the assurance that we're doing the right thing and people are verified. As a CEO, the OHO platform does make me feel more comfortable and safe in terms of the working environment that we have. I have huge responsibility and I take that very, very seriously, and I'm accountable to all our members and really everyone that is in gymnastics in Australia, and the directors are as well. And this is just a no-brainer in terms of how it supports me as a CEO, but also businesses in general. OHO provides the opportunity for us not to have manual errors and human errors when it comes to checking our compliances. So the benefit of OHO that we have nationally is obviously there's different types of Working with Children checks. I'm in Victoria, so I use that language, but across the nation. And, you know, being able to provide value to the many array of clubs and also our own technical members is really important. And OHO definitely provides that. So as I said, rather than people doing multiple checks or manual checks, it really has streamlined the way that we can do simple administrative tasks and making sure we're compliant. That's the most important thing. The biggest value for us is that verification of Working with Children checks, as it is a key part of our child safeguarding policy and also how we engage with sport integrity in Australia as well. And when you do things manually, it can often be forgotten. So that's the best thing about the OHO platform, is knowing that that verification is happening and that you don't need to rely on a person to do it. So OHO has a monthly reporting function, which really helps us. It's a really one-stop view of how your compliance is tracking, rather than having to do your own reports and printing your own reports. And with OHO, we know that it's current and up to date, which is great. Imagine having a casualised staff of 50 or 70 and needing to make sure you are fully tight on all compliances, and OHO allows that for our clubs. It's a much easier process than having to manually check. Integration, it's a one-stop shop. There's a point of truth and we make sure that we connect with that. So integration is a must for us. So OHO is perfect for the business needs of Gymnastics Australia. So when you're lining up for your accreditation at national or even state events, we used to have to do that manually, lining up outside the facility, waiting for your accreditation, missing maybe a session, and that's not the case anymore. We use OHO as the platform to be able to provide that verification. However, we can do it so simply earlier now with connecting with our technical members, so that's what's important too. I suppose I have a unique perspective because I was with another organisation for 13 years in YMCA Victoria, and we had over 6,000 staff and volunteers engaged in that business, and it was manually checking, working with children check. So actually the last month when I was with YMCA Victoria, OHO were coming on board. So I saw the business case, I saw the needs assessment, and I saw how important that platform could be. In terms of the affordability of OHO, most definitely. I look at cost benefit analysis and time at task. If I was to ask club managers and also club owners to go in and manually check their needs in terms of compliance, we're talking $30-40 an hour for someone to be paid to do those simple administrative tasks. OHO does that for us, and it does it in a way that takes away human error as well. So you could just look at the price for it or the affordability, but I look at the value and the value that it brings to our businesses, the over 600 clubs that engage in Gymnastics Australia. It's a must. So many Australians connect with sport. It's seen in the data, it's seen in the AusPlay data, and so we do have a responsibility to make sure that they're safe environments. OHO is a great partner when it comes to what I'm responsible for.